Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a world that, while often hidden, is absolutely critical to our health and well-being: the manufacturing of sterile injectable medicines. Think about it: every vaccine shot, every 4 drip in a hospital, every life-saving injectable drug, these aren't just magically pure. They're crafted in environments so controlled, so meticulously monitored, it makes a NASA cleanroom look like your average kitchen. But here's the thing: this already super strict world is getting even more intense. As of early 2026, pharmaceutical companies making these vital drugs are in the midst of a massive shakeup. We're talking about two major regulatory forces: the European Union's updated GMP Annex 1 and the ever-vigilant US Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, essentially raising the bar to unprecedented heights. Why should we care? Because at the heart of all this regulation, all this technology, and all these rigorous processes, is one non-negotiable goal: patient safety. So, grab your lab coats, metaphorically speaking, of course, as we unpack what these changes mean for the future of medicine, and how manufacturers are adapting to ensure every single dose is as safe as humanly possible. Let's start with the big one that's fundamentally reshaping how sterile drugs are made: the EU GMP Annex 1, specifically its 2022 revision. Now, for the uninitiated, GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices, basically, the rulebook for making sure drugs are safe and effective. Annex 1 is the special, super detailed chapter specifically for sterile products. Imagine you're building a spaceship, and suddenly, the instruction manual, which was already pretty comprehensive, triples in size. That's kind of what happened here. Annex 1 went from a robust 16 pages to a whopping 59 pages. And it's not just more words, it's a completely new philosophy. The old way, you might say, was a bit more reactive. You'd have procedures, and if something went wrong, you'd investigate and fix it. The new Annex 1 flips that entirely. It demands a proactive, holistic, and risk-based approach. The cornerstone of this new paradigm is something called a Contamination Control Strategy, or CCS. Think of the CCS as the Grand Master Plan, the ultimate playbook for stopping contamination at every single step. It's not just a collection of separate rules, it's a living, breathing document that ties together everything from the way the facility is designed, to how people behave inside the cleanroom, to how the environment is constantly monitored. The goal? To identify and mitigate every single potential risk of microbial, particulate, or pyrogen contamination before it can even happen. This means companies are now scrutinizing every aspect. Quality risk management, QRM. This isn't just a suggestion anymore, it's woven into the fabric of every decision. Like having a super advanced risk radar always scanning. Aseptic process simulations, or media fills. These are essentially practice runs where they fill a sterile growth medium instead of the drug, to see if anything grows. Annex 1 demands these simulations are more frequent, more rigorous, and include the most complex scenarios, really testing the limits. Environmental monitoring. They're not just taking occasional samples anymore. There's a push for real-time monitoring. Imagine sensors constantly scanning the air, immediately flagging even the tiniest speck out of place. Personnel qualification and training. This is huge. Humans, despite our best efforts, are a primary source of contamination. So, there's an even greater emphasis on rigorous training, requalification, and continuous assessment of everyone working in these super clean environments. And finally, advanced aseptic processing technologies. Annex 1 strongly encourages the use of things like isolators and restricted access barrier systems, or RABS. Picture these as pristine, sealed bubbles or mini cleanrooms within the main cleanroom, where machines do most of the work, dramatically minimizing human intervention. It's like putting your most critical operations in a completely sealed, automated vault. The spirit of Annex 1 is clear: go beyond the minimum. Cultivate a culture of proactive prevention, backed by solid science and continuous improvement. Now, while the EU is implementing these sweeping changes, what about the FDA in the US? Are they just sitting back and watching? Absolutely not. While the FDA operates under its own distinct regulations, 21 CFR Parts 210 and 211, and its own guidances, the underlying principles align remarkably well with Annex 1's objectives. They're like two different roads leading to the same destination: absolute sterility assurance. The FDA consistently hones in on a few critical areas, which often pop up in their inspection observations and warning letters to companies. Data integrity. This is massive. It's all about ensuring that all records, from batch records to environmental monitoring data, are accurate, complete, original, and cannot be tampered with. Think of it like a digital chain of custody, where every piece of information has an unbreakable timestamp and signature. You can't just delete a bad reading or backdate a record, every change must be tracked and justified. The ALCOA Plus principles, attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate, plus complete, consistent, enduring, available, are the gold standard here. Aseptic processing control. This mirrors many of Annex 1's concerns, ensuring clean rooms are designed and maintained perfectly, that environmental monitoring programs are robust, that personnel are gowned and trained flawlessly, and that any contamination event is investigated to its absolute root cause. Quality system oversight. This covers the overarching systems and procedures that ensure everything else works correctly. Are deviations investigated thoroughly? Are corrective and preventative actions, or CAPAs, effective? Is the whole system truly in a state of control? Both the FDA and the EU are saying, loud and clear, you must demonstrate a comprehensive understanding and control over your processes, and it all has to be underpinned by rock-solid, reliable data. The FDA's emphasis on control by design and a quality culture really resonates with Annex 1's call for an integrated contamination control strategy. So, for manufacturers, it's not about choosing between these two giants. It's about navigating their confluence, finding a strategy that satisfies both. And this requires a multifaceted approach. First, develop an integrated contamination control strategy. It needs to be one comprehensive plan that not only ticks all the boxes for Annex 1 but also addresses the FDA's expectations for robust contamination prevention. It's about creating a single, superpowered roadmap. Second, invest in advanced aseptic technologies, those isolators and RABS we talked about. They're no longer just nice-to-haves, they're becoming essential. By significantly reducing human intervention, which is a major source of contamination, these technologies provide the controlled environment both regulators are pushing for. We're moving towards highly automated, closed systems. Third, embrace digital transformation and data integrity. This isn't just about making things paperless, it's about implementing secure electronic systems for everything: batch records, environmental monitoring, quality management. Automated data capture, secure storage, and comprehensive audit trails are non-negotiable. It's building an unassailable digital fortress around your data. Fourth, double down on enhanced personnel training and qualification. Competency-based training programs, focusing on aseptic technique, gowning procedures, and a deep understanding of contamination risks, are vital. Regular requalification and even behavioral assessments are becoming critical to ensure the human element is as flawless as possible. Fifth, implement proactive environmental monitoring. This means moving towards real-time or near real-time systems that can integrate with quality management, providing immediate alerts and trend analysis. Catching issues early, sometimes even before they fully manifest, is key to proactive intervention. And finally, embed robust quality risk management into every single decision. From the design of the facility to the selection of equipment, to process validation and even small changes, every step needs a rigorous risk assessment. Tools like FMEA's failure mode and effects analysis become invaluable for identifying and mitigating potential risks effectively. Looking ahead, the trajectory for sterile injectable manufacturing points towards even greater automation, digitalization, and what we call a predictive quality paradigm. Imagine a world where AI and machine learning are not just analyzing data but predicting equipment failures or detecting anomalies in real-time environmental monitoring before a human even notices. We're talking about moving from manual navigation to an almost entirely automated, intelligent autopilot system for quality control. This is especially critical with the rise of complex products like biosimilars and advanced therapeutic medicinal products, or ATMPs. These are often highly sensitive, made in smaller, more specialized batches, and demand incredible flexibility while maintaining uncompromising sterility. So, as we stand in 2026, the world of sterile injectable manufacturing is navigating a fascinating and challenging period. The comprehensive mandates of EU GMP Annex 1 and the unwavering expectations of the FDA for data integrity and aseptic assurance aren't just obstacles to overcome. They are catalysts, forcing innovation, driving the adoption of cutting-edge technologies, and pushing the entire industry towards a more proactive, secure future. Manufacturers who embrace this holistic, risk-based approach, who invest in advanced technologies, who foster a deep-seated quality culture, and who prioritize continuous improvement, aren't just meeting compliance. They're setting new benchmarks, securing their position as leaders, and ultimately, ensuring that every single life-saving medicine delivered to patients worldwide is of the highest possible quality and safety. This unseen world of pharmaceutical manufacturing is more complex and more vital than ever before. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our unwavering commitment to patient well-being. What are your thoughts on these regulatory shifts? Do you think the focus on automation and AI will truly revolutionize drug safety? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this dive into the world of sterile injectables insightful, please give us a like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the science around us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.